Hello everyone, this is Daughter Darkness, and today I'm bringing you another Kingdom Hearts theory, and this one concerns another form of Xehanort, the original form of Xehanort, which is of course Ansem, or Ansem the Seeker of Darkness. And this is my idea that there are two versions of Ansem in the Kingdom Hearts series. Of course, there are two versions anyway, Ansem the Wise and Ansem the Seeker of Darkness. Today I'm talking about Ansem the Seeker of Darkness, and there are two versions of that Ansem. So first of all, I guess I should say, who is Ansem? Well, quite simply, he is Xehanort's Heartless. He was created when Xehanort gave up his heart to the darkness, and he took on the name of Ansem because he had overtaken his master, Ansem the Wise. For a while he was bodiless, he didn't have a body, he was just effectively a floating heart wearing a brown robe. And he went back in time to get young Xehanort and all that stuff, but we'll go into that later. However, in Kingdom Hearts 1, he chose a vessel to take over, which was Riku, and he took over Riku's body towards the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. This is where things get interesting, because Riku was sent to the Realm of Darkness, while Ansem continued his quest for Kingdom Hearts, and was eventually defeated by Sora, or in effect because the Kingdom Hearts which he believed was darkness was light, and it destroyed him. However, of course, Ansem must have survived that, because he was in Chain of Memories. No, that's not what I think. I think Ansem was destroyed completely there. The only thing that remained was Xehanort's heart, which returned to Xehanort in Dream Drop Distance to reform Master Xehanort. And Ansem was destroyed here, but a small part of him survived. A small part of his own heart remaining inside Riku. It was not just a one-way process. We've seen throughout the series that Xehanort is keen to give his heart, or pieces of his heart, to various people that he meets, in the ultimate aim of creating the 13 Seekers of Darkness that we see at the end of Dream Drop Distance, and will be the main antagonists of Kingdom Hearts 3. And as we know, it was always their plan to have Riku along for the ride, and for Riku to be the 13th Seeker of Darkness. This, I think, means that Ansem put a small part of his heart inside Riku when Riku was sent to the Realm of Darkness, so that later on they could use him as a vessel to create the 13 Seekers of Darkness, and he could be the 13th. We know of course about Riku's struggle with darkness. It's an important storyline throughout the series. His own darkness at the very least is made physical in the form of Ansem the Seeker of Darkness, as Riku effectively views Ansem. Ansem is Riku's darkness. And at the end of 358 over 2 days, Riku allows himself to be overtaken by the darkness, and at this point he takes on the form of Ansem, which must mean that Xehanort's heart still has some presence inside Riku's, because otherwise he'd just become Riku but darker, or possibly a Heartless. He does become a Heartless, I suppose. He becomes Xehanort's Heartless. There's also more to that, because not only does he become Ansem, he summons Ansem's Guardian, which must mean that it's from Xehanort, and it's not just Riku's darkness taking on a physical form of Ansem. And, you know, before that, in Chain of Memories, Riku is pretty much the only person who sees Ansem, and Ansem has a fight with Riku over control of Riku's heart. However, I think Ansem was not destroyed here. He was just defeated for a day, and Riku was able to keep control of his heart for a bit longer. So it must have been the part of Xehanort's heart which gave Riku the possibility of becoming Ansem. So you might say this part was destroyed by Ansem the Wise, right? When his machine was exploded, Riku was returned to his original form, so surely Ansem must have been destroyed then. No. I think what happened here was that the explosion was powerful enough that it just cast Xehanort's heart off its control of Riku's. So much so that Riku was able to control it once again with the help of his friends, and not even Xehanort could get control of it. You know, Xehanort knew that there was a piece of his heart inside Riku's, but Riku had such a good control of it that even Xehanort wasn't willing to go after it again. So we fast forward to Dream Drop Distance, and Ansem encounters Riku once again. However, he also is a member of the new Organization 13, and this is only a small point really, but all of the other members throughout the game wear the organization coat. You know, Xemnas wears it, Xigbar wears it, young Xehanort wears it. Even Ansem himself wears it. In the scene in the room where nothing gathers, we see Ansem the Wise, Ansem the Seeker of Darkness even, wearing the organization coat. But when Riku fights him, when Riku encounters him, he isn't wearing that coat, he's wearing his sort of original clothes from the first game. And Riku defeats him in this form. However, just like immediately after that, Ansem is there in the coat as part of the organization. So this must mean that there are two Ansems, one of which is a member of the new Organization 13, one of which is a Seeker of Darkness, and the other part is a small part of Ansem's heart which remains inside Riku's and will continue to haunt him for the rest of his life, or until that part of him is destroyed. I know this is kind of all like Harry Potter-y, I guess, that, you know, Riku has a part of Xehanort's heart inside him, but maybe Xehanort can't be fully defeated until Riku is also killed. That's just a possibility. It could also be another part of Kingdom Hearts 3 that Riku has to finally destroy this part of Ansem inside him, rather than just pushing him away as he keeps doing right now, suppressing him inside his own heart. He keeps pushing it down, but until this part is destroyed, Xehanort cannot be fully defeated, and Riku cannot become free from Xehanort, because Ansem's heart, or part of Ansem's heart, remains inside Riku's. But that's just my theory. You may have any thoughts about it, so if you agree with it, if you disagree with it, if you think I'm speaking complete rubbish, please tell me in the comment section below. And while you're doing that, please like this video if you did, and if you liked it, then check out my other videos and subscribe to this channel. And as always, thank you for watching.
Even after locking you away, here you are, haunting me again.